What's good, ladies and gents? Welcome to the MKO Pugilism Boxing channel, where we talk all things boxing. Remember to like, subscribe, hit a bell notification, put it on all so you get notified as soon as new content drops. So let's get into it. This weekend, we're going to have a domestic dust-up, WBA World Featherweight Championship fight between the champion, which is Leigh Wood of Nottingham, versus the Leeds Warrior, Josh Warrington. And this is one that, it's been in talks for a little while now. Both guys have had their successes. I would say Leigh Wood has really come on in leaps and bounds in his career. Some very good performances, particularly last time out. Rematched the guy that knocked him down and stopped him, and came back and beat the same guy, which was Mauricio Lara, a guy who also gave his opponent Josh Warrington his first defeat, and Warrington was able to come back, but it was kind of an unconvincing result for Warrington, whereas Leigh Wood was able to come back and completely transform the game plan and completely make Lara look rather pedestrian in the rematch. So and also his performance against Michael Conlan, where he was losing the fight, he was knocked down and everything, and he pulled it out, I believe it was in the last round. So Wood has definitely come on very, very well, especially at this latter part of his career. He's having what they call an Indian summer or a renaissance. I mean, this is a guy who has lost to the likes of Jazza Dickens, guys like that, who, no disrespect to him, but he's nowhere near sort of world class, a fighter like that. So he's gone from losing at sort of domestic level to now coming all the way through that, coming back from that adversity, and now getting right to the very top, becoming world champion. So very impressive on his behalf. The same with Warrington, although Warrington didn't have those sort of early losses, but he was able to beat guys who at the time were favored over him. Lee Selby, I want to say especially guys like Carl Frampton, who at the time I was favoring Carl Frampton over him big time. So both guys have sort of beat the odds and upset the odds, been underdogs before in their careers, and they've done very well for themselves. Of the two, I would say the advantage in power certainly goes to Leigh Wood. And even in terms of the momentum going into this fight, which will be tomorrow now as I'm speaking Friday, the momentum is definitely, I would say, with Leigh Wood. Warrington is coming off of a loss to Luis Alberto Lopez. And to be fair to Warrington, Luis Alberto Lopez, very difficult, awkward style to box against. Very, very difficult. And the way he boxed Warrington was he was just offsetting Warrington, using a very awkward jab and combinations from very difficult angles. He's a very difficult fighter to get hold of and to deal with. So in their two last assignments respectively, you've got to say Leigh Wood has the edge. He's coming off of a win. He's coming off of getting his world title back, whereas Warrington is coming off of a loss, and it was a very clear loss from a very awkward customer, very awkward opponent in Luis Alberto Lopez. And going into this, I'm kind of favoring Leigh Wood. I think while Warrington's got a very good engine, he is going to need to get close to Wood, and he is going to need to sort of get on his chest and try to work away with combinations. He's not the biggest of punchers, as his record suggests, but he's still got enough power to get your respect. But in order to stand a chance of winning this, Warrington's going to have to get into range quickly, do his damage, use angles against Leigh Wood, and throw punches in bunches against him. But I just fancy that Leigh Wood will be able to sort of box well behind the jab, give Warrington something to think about as he tries to sort of rush him. I think Leigh Wood should be able to outbox Josh Warrington, should be able to use his straight shots on the outside, tie Warrington up when he comes in, and counter him nicely with the right hand as Warrington tries to get inside. And I think of the two, I'm just, as much as I know Warrington's got a good engine, I think the fight will be competitive for the most part. But the way I see it is that Leigh Wood is going to box to instructions, and he's going to be able to sort of outbox Josh Warrington, and he's going to pepper him with counter punches and straight shots from sort of long to mid range, and he's going to be doing that all night long. I don't think Warrington will be able to really get to him successfully. I think Wood is going to be able to sort of keep him at bay for the most part, tie him up on the inside, and have his way with him. So for me, going off of sort of their last performances, I'm picking Leigh Wood to do this by either points decision or perhaps by a late KO or late TKO. I think late TKO would be my pick for Leigh Wood. If not that, then I think it goes to points, because I think he's got enough boxing skill and know-how to sort of keep Josh Warrington at bay, and I think he's got enough power there to where he can sort of discourage Josh Warrington from coming in by sort of, as Josh Warrington tries to come in and tries to get his work off, as long as Wood can sort of meet him with a right hand, meet him with a stiff, hard jab every time he's coming in. And I think doing that throughout the fight is going to sort of discourage Josh Warrington and make him think twice before he just sort of comes in. Maybe make him have to move backwards a bit, make him be pushed back a bit. So that's just my thoughts on it. I think Warrington does have a good chance because he's got good engine, good punch output, good punch selection. But I just think Leigh Wood has got sort of the length, the long arms, and the punching power to discourage Josh Warrington, to sort of keep him at bay, either to go the distance or possibly to hurt him and stop him late. So that's my thoughts on it. Let me know what you think about this fight, who you're picking, in the comment section below. And until next time, it is MKO Pugilism, over and out.